that time again. Welcome to Tesla Shorts Time Daily, episode 485, coming to you from Vancouver. It's May 26th, 2026. Let's get into what's moving in the Tesla world today. Tesla's quiet charging zones at Superchargers force volume reductions to cut neighborhood noise complaints. Tesla began rolling out location-specific quiet charging zones that prompt drivers to lower audio volume near residential areas. The feature targets complaints about excessive noise from vehicles parked at superchargers during off-peak hours. It activates automatically based on the station's surroundings rather than a blanket policy. The change shows Tesla responding directly to local feedback without adding hardware. Now moving to camera technology updates. Tesla filed a patent for a compact lens cleaning system that includes an integrated wiper blade, fluid reservoir, and automatic debris detection. The design avoids large washer nozzles or external hardware that would add weight and complexity. It targets cameras used for autopilot and FSD, where clear vision is essential in dirty or wet conditions. The system detects buildup and triggers cleaning without driver input. The approach reduces added weight and complexity on the vehicle body. Next, we turn to vehicle deliveries. Tesla's $59,990 all-wheel drive Cybertruck variant is approaching customer handovers months after the configuration went on sale. The trim offers dual motors and the structural battery pack, while undercutting higher-priced versions. Production scaling at Giga Texas supports the ramp. Deliveries will test real-world demand at this price point against competitors. Watch order backlog numbers in the next earnings update. Shifting now to regulatory matters. An automated scanner skipped certification labels on certain Model Y units during production. The recall covers 14,575 vehicles that left the factory without required regulatory stickers. Tesla identified the issue through internal quality checks and notified owners. No safety defect is involved, only compliance documentation. Turning to European charging partnerships, Volvo integrated Tesla's Supercharger network into its vehicles' navigation and payment systems across Europe. Drivers will be able to locate, route to, and pay for charging without third-party apps starting in the fourth quarter. The partnership adds more than 20,000 stalls to Volvo's available options. It expands Tesla's revenue from non-Tesla traffic while giving Volvo owners broader coverage. Other brands are expected to pursue similar deals. Now looking at production changes. Engineering and design leads stated the aging platforms were discontinued to allocate factory space and resources to Optimus production. Safety standards on the older vehicles also no longer met current targets. The move ends updates for the two sedans and shifts focus to newer lines. Tesla executives confirmed the two older models were discontinued to free factory floor space for Optimus robot manufacturing. Safety certification gaps on the aging platforms also factored into the decision. Capacity previously used for low-volume sedans now supports a new product category. We move next to weather visibility patents. A new patent describes how Tesla Vision uses visibility grids, scene tags, and active countermeasures to maintain object detection in rain, fog, or snow. The system combines camera data with learned patterns rather than relying solely on radar. It aims to reduce false negatives when sensors are partially obscured. The approach builds on existing autopilot hardware without new external components. The patent outlines how the neural network tags scenes and applies countermeasures when camera visibility drops. It builds on existing hardware to maintain detection without adding LiDAR or radar arrays. Now to Canadian incentives. Quebec confirmed the rear-wheel drive Model 3 meets the province's $2,000 purchase incentive criteria. The qualification adds the vehicle to the list of eligible models for buyers in the province. It reflects updated federal and provincial rules on battery sourcing and pricing. The rebate lowers the effective transaction price for qualifying customers. The 2026 rear-wheel drive Model 3 now satisfies Quebec's updated EV rebate rules. Buyers can claim the $2,000 credit at point of purchase. The change aligns the vehicle with provincial battery and price thresholds. Shifting to app rankings, J.D. Power placed Tesla and Hyundai at the top of its annual electric vehicle app satisfaction study. The ranking measures navigation accuracy, charging station data, and remote control features. Tesla's app retains strong scores in real-time vehicle status and preconditioning. Hyundai improved through better route planning integration. The results provide one data point on software experience versus hardware range. Turning to service feedback. A technician described the Cybertruck's body and suspension design as unusually difficult to service compared with conventional trucks. The comments focus on panel alignment, parts access, and specialized tools required for repairs. Tesla has not responded directly to the assessment. The remarks add to ongoing discussion about long-term ownership costs. Fleet operators will watch repair data as more units enter service. A technician noted that body panels and suspension components require specialized tools and extra time compared with traditional trucks. The comments center on alignment precision and parts access during repairs. Service data from early fleet vehicles will clarify whether these issues affect ownership costs broadly. Now back to additional weather patents. Tesla filed a patent for a self-contained lens cleaning unit that uses a built-in wiper and reservoir instead of external nozzles. The design detects debris automatically and activates without driver intervention. It targets cameras critical to autopilot and FSD operation. Production use would mark a shift from current washer-only methods. There is a challenge worth discussing around production compliance. Tesla issued the recall to correct the compliance gap, even though no safety defect exists. The incident shows how small process errors can still generate formal regulatory action. Tesla's quality systems caught the issue internally before widespread owner complaints surfaced. An automated production scanner skipped required labels on a batch of Model Y vehicles. Taking a step back from today's headlines, the decision to end Model S and Model X production to prioritize Optimus manufacturing challenges the usual view that Tesla should keep every legacy product alive as long as it sells. The two sedans occupied factory floor space and engineering hours that now shift to a robot program whose output targets are measured in units per hour rather than vehicles per week. Production data from Giga Texas already shows how quickly line reconfiguration can occur when capacity is reallocated. The same vertical integration approach that cut battery costs on the 4680 cell line can be applied to actuator and sensor production for Optimus. If the robot program reaches volume targets, the freed resources could generate higher long-term returns than continued low-volume sedan updates. The move also removes two platforms that once anchored Tesla's brand image in the luxury segment. Keep an eye on Optimus output numbers and any further details on Model 3 sales in Quebec over the coming weeks. That's your Tesla news for today. TSLA closed at $433.59, up $7.58, 1.8%. If you found this useful, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.